see a squad from the SEC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Canes will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The Canes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
In the middle, it's Green. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Running to Green, fighting off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. LSU quick to the line.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they...
Intimate stride inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to surge it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. He'll take it himself. He's stopped, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The give to the back. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Return brings it out to the 35. And your LSU Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
I love the start for this quarterback. 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Watkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of the guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Durham. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top. Working that wide receiver screen. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff from the gun. Turning it on. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Van Buren. Fires into the end zone. Looking for the goal line. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. He wants to throw it. Under fire. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up 14 over Illinois. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency here.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
There's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Pratt. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Carr.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air. It's Chadwick. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out in front of him.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just on the same page with this target.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. LSU right back to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback upright, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit often. They've got to do a better job of protection up front.
Got his man downfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Van Buren. Makes the catch, it's Berry. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Takes a handoff. It's Durham. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hodges. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the running back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Lofton. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Pass is broken up, it's incomplete, but there is a flag on the play.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
Now on second down. The toss to the outside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 9-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
How about the coverage by the defense? It's almost like they knew they were running a curl route, sitting on the route, doing a good job of seeing the quarterback, breaking on the football. This defense is dialed in to no matter what you throw at it.
Fires to the tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll bring it out. It's Hodges. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Unloads to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
That's now the 2nd missed field goal for this guy. You have to wonder if the weather is playing a bit of a factor. Not easy to kick in these kind of conditions with all this rain.
Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. It's Green. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Right back to him on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hodges. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive in this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Off play action. That's caught. It's Moore. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
Makes the catch. It's Clapp. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. Here's the handoff. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Quarterback extends the play. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Still running at the 40. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go.
Just keep slinging it. The sure hands, it's Lofton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Miami.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Still on his feet at the 45. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse's showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Found the spot in the defense. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
How hard is that as a linebacker when you're trying to cover a running back on that angle route who runs routes like that, right? He thought he was going to the flat. He was barreling towards the sideline trying to knock that ball away, and all of a sudden he gets crossed up, and that's just too easy giving up that first down.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham.
I love screen passes on offense, and you got to do them in different ways. To the running backs, you can do them to receivers, do them to tight ends. Didn't gain any yards on that one, but don't be afraid to dial that play up again later.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. And you just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Fletcher. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
The Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground with the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. Fakes to grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make...
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go right back to the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying to get the corner. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Looking to convert. LSU comes to the line on 4th. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to keep the drive alive. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Try to get it to the edge. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. Grabbed over the middle, it's Clapp. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Lofton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lofton. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback, get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
This time it's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Scanning the field, it's Chadwick. Quarterback now breaking the field. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Canes! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. West Virginia sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Morgantown. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Hand off from the shotgun. Creates a little space. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Van Buren. Under fire. Makes the grab. It's Durham.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure. I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he tacks on the extra point. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got a man, it's Clapp. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Back to throw, it's Chadwick. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Throw to the end zone, picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, he lobs one high down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he makes the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37.
First and 10.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to sling it on second down. Now improvising. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down.
Here we go.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team?
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And then
always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
Now, fourth down.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach